What up, what up, what up? It's your boy ARP. We back with the Sorry Shoot podcast. Happy Monday, right? Yeah, happy Monday night. We here 7 p.m. Not too late. Shout out to the whole morning crew, but evening stream tonight. Y'all see the thumbnail? See a lot of people in there, don't y'all? See the title, Is He Out of Line? The out of line, it could probably go to Trump. We could have that brief conversation. I don't do too heavy politics over here. Y'all know me. I definitely avoid religion. And there's certain things that you just need to stay away from on the internet. But we might get dirty today because the title of Is He Out of Line? We definitely going to carry that theme to Adin Ross. Adin Ross, the whole thing with Docheii and Joe Budden and academics. We're going to go through a bunch of the footage. We're going to break it all down. But after we go through the footage and get fully up to speed, we're going to have a tough conversation. All right. We're going to have a tough conversation. We're going to ask some real serious questions around racism. Yeah, let's just be straightforward. We're going to go there today, right? Maybe a couple people might even learn something. Because when I say we're going to have a tough conversation, I'm going to attempt to educate. I'm not some professor or nothing like that. But as a black man that grew up and was born and raised in America, I'm going to attempt to educate a couple people that might be out the loop about a few things, okay? So that could get edgy. We got to talk about my guy Lamar briefly. I'm going to start this off with, you know what? There's another video that I need before I start off. Hold on, y'all. Let me pull this guy up because this is really going to add on to the goofy nature of this person. There are a lot of goofballs on the fucking internet, and some of them get very popular. Hey, it happens. Let me find this video real quick. Let me find this video. Definitely want this to be added to our opener. This got to be it. I think this is it. I think I found it that quick. Okay, yeah. There's no way we're leaving that out. All right. Another quick thing I want to mention before we get started. I was talking with my guy Norbs. Shout out to Norbs. Norbs, for many years when he's been doing content, he does like a call-in feature. I think it's like a phone setup type of situation. Another person I've seen do it over the years is Star. Shout out to Star from Star and Buck Wild. It's got a Shot 97 platform or whatever the name of his platform is right now. But shout out to him. He's been killing for years in the content space. I've always been very interactive. You guys know I can get a comment in the chat and start a whole topic, a whole conversation, but there's really no back and forth. So what I'm deciding is if I think he said it's like a Lancaster or something like that. I forget, but there's some software or something that I can get that'll enable me to have like set up like phone calls, where I could put up a phone number and you guys can call in and you would be right here live going back and forth. I'm thinking about it because I can go that route or I could just do some software type of setup. I'm going to figure that out this year. I want us to get even that much more interactive, but here's where I'm going to start. And I'm even going to start today. Okay. Yeah, shout out to Star. I see you in the chat. Shout out to Dutty Smith as well. Our member says Star is my goat. Shout out to Star. What I'm going to do today is just to have some fun. As we get towards the end of the stream, I'm going to throw the link in the chat. And I see it says phone calls are better. I believe that. I think I'm leaning that direction too. I want to do phone calls. But before I set all of that up and just to mess around and start to build up that energy within the podcast of us bringing people in, I'm just going to do the StreamYard function. Okay. So like even today, towards the end of the chat or the stream, I should say, I'm going to throw the link in. You don't even got to cut your camera on. If there's something that we say in today's stream that you want to contest, you want to debate, you want to add on to, you want to say, good job, ARP. You want to say, no, ARP, you missed this. Or you just want to come up real quick and say, hey, Happy New Year's, everybody. Shout out to the whole Sorry Shoot podcast. I'm out. Whether you want to turn your camera on or turn it off, whatever, it doesn't matter. But I'm going to start real simple. It's just the link for StreamYard, all right? So I'm going to throw that in towards the end. Mods, please don't let me forget. I see Jay is here. I see you tried it is here. Don't let me forget, mods, to give that a little opportunity real quick. Melly is here. So we got mods in the building. And don't waste your time coming up here to troll people, all right? Because if we block you from the channel, you'll never be able to come up again. It ain't worth it. Yeah, I get it. Your opportunity to troll ARP might be fun. I would probably troll me too, but save that for Twitter. Troll me on Twitter. All right, keep it off the streams. Y'all ready to work? Is everybody ready to get moving? Yeah, let's walk. We're gonna start here with this gentleman that is in the thumbnail, Hassan Campbell. I gotta hear this myself again. What the fuck is he talking about? All right, check this out.
When you how could you glorify the same streets that killed your brother? And this is a question that I asked LBI respectfully because I love the brother.
Even if he didn't, his people killed people.
Basically,
he hurt
people.
And allegedly, I wouldn't say killed.
I killed people,
but they hurt people.
I killed people. Listen, hold up. Hold up. Listen.
If you kill people, you're a piece of shit. Like the rest of us.
Listen, because the reality of it is, I'll be the first to tell you, ain't no on the internet shot more than me, or any rapper that you see. Any rapper and anybody that knows, listen. I gotta be. Know that? I gotta be me. All right, I'm gonna let you. I gotta be me. I'm gonna let you be. Wow, the proof is in the paperwork. I got charged with murder 3 times. When you how could you glorify the same streets that killed your brother?
Yeah, man. He started off actually making a decent. Now everybody knows this is a very supported podcast when it comes to the homie Al Bial. I fuck with Al Bial heavy, right? Everybody knows that. So you start out making a good point. How could you endorse and promote and thrive in the same streets that killed your brother? Now, Bial has a lot of lyrics, about his brother Meech, a lot of pain music about his losses. I get it. But then he goes to this whole, he hops in the midst of the points. I killed people. Nobody on the internet shot more people than me. It's like, did you just say that? Are you in the middle of this Vlad interview with a bunch of your peers and did you go into super clout mode? It's not the first time that you've done this. You probably done it at least 100 times. I don't watch a ton of Hassan Campbell, to be honest, but he comes across the headlines because he's a popular platform and a popular online personality. I hope I found it. Hassan Campbell says, everybody know a pedo. Whack 100 disagrees. Hold on.
Violated by so many people, it was normal. And even still, it's like everybody know a pedophile. In this room right now, if we really turned on there's somebody in this room. It's probably 3 niggas that's fucking children.
Nah, we ain't doing that.
Hopefully not.
We ain't doing that.
Hopefully not, but we still gotta say that.
I ain't got no niggas in the room.
That nigga violated by so many.
How do we make these people popular? The thing about being a fucking goofball on the internet, it does attract the clicks faster. You will. I know the type of ways I can just put up 1 million views this month. If I just pick out like 5 people and just go goof mode and start dissing them and disrespecting them and saying a whole bunch of outlandish shit. If I go Charleston White plus Hassan Campbell mode, it's easy to do. But there's like no integrity. There's no character. There's no moral. It's just, now some people are doing it purposefully for the traction. Charleston White does that to a degree. Got to give it to him. Like he's smart within his own right. Okay. Hassan Campbell, I don't think it's like an intelligence thing when he does what he just did. I don't think that's he's tricking the system. I don't think he's trying to get more views or he's like, oh, I know how to work the algorithm. I think he's by nature a fucking goofball. I kill people. Nobody shot more niggas than me. All of us did some pedo stuff. What? You remember the video of him when he goes outside the projects and he sets up his tripod and his camera and he's outside of the piece just screaming in his camera and people start throwing shit out the window at him and he's just screaming, come downstairs. I think did he get shot in that same video or something like that? Ends up in the hospital with like a little flesh wound or something like that in his arm or something like that. We literally make people like this popular simply because they are so goofy. They are such lames and cornballs that the lame shit that they do actually provides a form of entertainment. Like this video that we just played, that went viral before. But the first one of I kill people, Vlad enjoys having that on his podcast. He'll clip that up. He'll put that out. He'll drop that interview. He's not going to edit that piece out for Hassan. And we're going to laugh about it. We're going to talk about it. But at the end of the day, it's a fucking lame goofball ass nigga that we empower, that we give a voice to. How ironic. I don't know what prompted me to start the stream like that, but I saw that clip and I was just like, this is the internet. Anybody could be anyone, do anything, say anything. It is what it is. All right, Trump. Listen, people, anybody that's worried that we're gonna, get get this video taken down or anything like that. Y'all know me. I'm very careful around politics. So I'm not going to do too much. I'm not going to do too much. I promise y'all. Okay. That's big news, though.
Yes.
Speaking of Venezuela,
Yeah.
oil. What are we going to do with the oil that we have?
Going to do with what?
The oil that has been seized. The United States seized 1.9 million barrels of oil on December 10th.
We're going to keep it.
Gangsta Grizzy!
Sell it or put it to strategic.
Maybe we'll sell it. Maybe we'll keep it. Maybe we'll use it in the strategic reserves. We're keeping the ships also. Yep.
We're keeping the ships also. Now, if I wanted to extend the comedy factor there, you know the memes is running wild. This might be the funniest one that I've seen today.
Stole that shit. That's what I'm doing, nigga. Fuck, nigga. I stole that shit. Stole that shit. That's what I'm doing, nigga.
Yo!
Fuck, nigga. I stole that shit. Stole that shit. That's what I'm doing, nigga.
So I think they changed the voice and overlaid 6ix9ine on Vlad's platform right there. But what it actually fits, like, because Trump just see, should I shut up? I'm gonna shut up. I already started by saying, don't worry, I'm not gonna get us in trouble. So let me just shut up. I got so much to say about this guy and this situation. I'm gonna shut up. Piper Boy, man, it's on you. You do the politics over there. Go ahead. But on a more serious note, I'll let somebody else speak some alleged facts for us. Okay. Shout out to Vic Mensa.
Trump took over a country yesterday and arrested the president. Basically, everything the Democrats should be doing to him. This nigga like the Oprah of war right now. You get a war, bombs, democracy, say the Christians. Oh my fucking God. In a rare bout of brutal honesty, he's admitted his intention is to run Venezuela and sell their oil. Oil he claims belongs to the United States. Similarly to how Minnesota belongs to the Somalians. Or Red's bike belonged to Debo. Obviously, as an African and somebody with half a brain, I take issue with that imperialist reasoning, the same reasoning the West has against Burkina Faso for stealing their own gold back from their own mines. But that's the doctrine of imperialism, a belief in the God-given right of the West to own the world, Chico, and everything in it. There are complexities to it. One of my close friends is Venezuelan, and he grew up here undocumented and suffered greatly under Maduro. He feels incredible relief at the removal of Maduro. Although he hates Trump, he likens it to an abusive relationship. He doesn't just want to see his abuser reign free either. Complexities because obviously Trump doesn't give a fuck about liberating the people of Venezuela. He cares much more about exploiting the people of Venezuela. That's why he bussed them to Chicago and then sent ICE in helicopters to round them up and deport them. Let me just look at Bush. What happened after they liberated the people of Iraq from the terrible dictator Saddam Hussein? 1 million people died, and they sold themselves the contracts to rebuild it. Took the oil, destabilized the whole region. Gaddafi dragged through the streets like a dog and lynched under Hillary Clinton, a so-called dictator who just happened to have the largest oil reserves in Africa. He was Africa's only hope. He was going to unite the continent under a single currency. Libya was flourishing. America brought democracy, and now it's an open-air slave market. Hey, at the end of the day, thieves don't come to the rescue. Fuck going on in the world, man?
At the end of the day, thieves don't come to the rescue. That shit is so. That's one of them. I like that. These don't come to the rescue. Okay. Let's move on. Sports people. Everybody okay from last night? Everybody okay from yesterday? I say last night because you guys know what I'm hitting at, and it's in the thumbnail. Is everybody okay from yesterday, period? How did your teams do yesterday? Everybody all right? How's your playoff runs happening? Are you going in healthy? Do you like your seating? So, let me tell y'all a little something about me. I think I said it before on streams, but in case it looks like I jump around to y'all, let me set the stage so y'all know me going forward and you don't see some shit, from a sports take, especially when it comes to the NFL. And y'all be like, ARP, hold on. Back then you switched up, but you do. Nah, that's not me. I haven't been a teams guy since like my early 20s, maybe. I don't want to just blame player movement, player empowerment, especially in the NBA, where it just feels like ping pong, I'm over here, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to say that. That's part of it, though. I'm just a sports fan that has been more into storylines and the actual player, right? Like, I was invested in my favorite basketball player of all time, Allen Iverson. I wasn't invested in the Sixers. I was invested in Kobe Bryant. I wasn't invested in the Lakers. You know, I'm invested now, fast forward, in Lamar Jackson. Not really invested in the Ravens. Well, King Henry as well. I fuck with him. I'm more of a player guy. Now I can give you examples of me being into storylines. I'm not really a big LeBron guy. I respect him. He is one of our GOATs. He's a Mount Rushmore guy. I like how he's moved through his entire career. I just have the utmost respect for LeBron as far as what he's done in his lifetime. Okay. And you can't say it all on one stream. As a player, never really impressed me too much as far as like watching his game. I'm an MJ guy too, right? So I don't even want to open up that argument of like, oh, who you riding with LeBron, you're riding with MJ. I'll tell you flat out, man, go say you're the last dance type shit. that's me. That's me. But there was a time where I shut down rooting for every player and every team in the NBA with the exception of LeBron. And that was when he went to Miami. We all didn't like the trade announcement. We thought it was corny. Then when he got up there and they had the whole theatrics, not one, not two, not three, not four, not five, 20 championships, him, Wade, and Bosh is promising the world and all that. It seemed a little ahead of yourself, arrogant. You know what I mean? Like, people don't like that. Players don't like that. Owners don't like that. Teams don't like that. Some fans don't like that. And if y'all remember that first year in Miami, he was such a villain. All the road games, just him catching the ball, he would get booed. Just catching a pass. The whole arena will boo the shit out of LeBron. Me, I'm so much for the underdog, and I felt like, all right, I get it, but y'all don't deserve to treat this guy like that. So I was heavily rooting for him to get his first chip and giving the whole sports world his ass to kiss. That's when I was rooting for LeBron. Then after he got his chips, I was back off doing what I do. Last year for the game, I'm not a Chiefs fan. Go talk to A-Ward for that. I'm not. But I like the story of this black quarterback possibly doing something that no other quarterback would have had the opportunity to do, which is three-peat a Super Bowl. So I flew my ass to the game. Y'all see it on my gram, and I was Mahomed out. I had the jersey, the jewels, the big Chiefs out. I'm not a Chiefs fan. No, I was just for the story. You know what I'm saying? I was there for Mahomes. I told all my boys, I said, now that Mahomes has lost that game, next year, which is now this season, I'm going for Lamar. I want to see Lamar get over the hump. So this is a painful moment for me last night. All right, I get very passionate about storylines and a player when I'm invested. Okay, I don't do the teams like type shit. But anyway, last night, I guess I said all that to say because I guess we deserve to spend a little bit of time for anybody that is a Ravens fan. That was an incredible game to watch, especially the fourth quarter. But Jesus Christ, when you talk about drama, you really can't get more sports TV drama than last night. That was fucking insane, people. Did y'all see? You got to see the memes and all that type of shit all over the internet by now. But if you watch the game live, okay, I see some people saying what happened. All right, so I'll give a quick summary, and then we'll get into some of the footage. High-level summary, Ravens versus the Steelers. Of course, they are already divisional rivals. They're playing for that final seed, that final spot in the playoffs. You have Lamar Jackson with the up and down career, started the season off injured. You got Aaron Rodgers with this prestigious Hall of Fame career. Was he like a 4-time MVP or something like that? Yes, last night could have potentially been his final game ever, right? And him ending his career on a high note was like a big thing. But then you got Lamar trying to get over the hump and then getting the team back to a place where maybe they can make the playoffs and then make a run. Because once you get into the playoffs, you know, that's where the terminology on any given Sunday comes in. You didn't have the greatest year, but you get in the playoffs, maybe you make something happen. You make a run. You never know. So you got that. And then it just felt like a playoff game. You know, it just felt like a lot was on the line going into last night. All right. They lost by a fucking field goal. They was down by 2 points. The fourth quarter was an absolute shootout. Each quarterback was just driving down the fucking field. Aaron Rodgers was doing his fucking thing, picking the defense apart. You got to give it to him. Lamar showed up. He was vintage Lamar. They get their team into field goal range. They got a whole timeout in their pocket as well. Did not elect to maybe make a push with Derrick Henry or maybe another pass to try to get even a little bit closer. But still, it was like a 40-something yard field goal, something that's supposed to be pretty standard for a professional NFL field goal kicker. The Ravens started to celebrate because they needed, with 2 seconds left, dead in the middle of the hashes, to give the field goal kicker a dead-on shot. This was game over. This was, we are making the playoffs. This is lights out. It's done. He fucking missed it on some Ace Ventura Pet Detective Ray Finkel shit. He missed it. Reference King.
Snap good. Hold it. The kick is no good. It is wide right. And the Steelers are the champions of the North.
Yo, look at the kick holder's reaction as Loop, the field goal kicker, puts his head down. He gives him 2 quick pats on his helmet, and then he gets the fuck away from him. He's like, yo, I'm out. I'm over here. Do you realize what you just did? Oh, shit.
Snap good. Hold it. The kick
Derrick Henry said, he missed it?
is no good. It is wide right. And the
Lamar started
Steelers
to
are the
celebrate.
champions of the North.
Lamar started to like hop out onto the field and celebrate. The footage of Aaron Rodgers sitting on the bench before everything's like, all right, final play. He's sitting there like, fuck. It's supposed to be game over. It's supposed to be game over. I can't believe he Ray Finkeled that shit, B. Now, as far as Lamar's legacy, up until this point, he's still one of the best players in NFL history, right? But up until this point,
Lamar Jackson should file a lawsuit against the Ravens immediately because they just continue to ruin this man's legacy. Now, I want you to keep in mind when you're watching this, each of the last 2 years, Lamar's had a potential legacy winner-go-home game sold by one of his teammates. First in 2024, when Zay Flowers fumbled away the Ravens' chance to go to the Super Bowl in a game where Lamar had over 300 yards of total offense. And then it happened again last year when Mark Andrews dropped this pass, selling the Ravens' chance to get to the AFC title game. Again, in a game that Lamar had 300 yards of total offense. By the way, if you like elite sports content like this, make sure to follow. So tonight, in another winner-go-home game against the Steelers to win the division, that wasn't going to happen again, right? Fourth quarter, Ravens down 3.
Third and 4. Steelers bring 4. Highsmith is there. Jackson got away. Now reloads and throws the Flowers downfield. And he's got it.
And as ridiculous as that play was, the Steelers would answer right back. So now the Ravens trail by 3 again with just 2.5 left in the game.
Third and 1.
Ravens out.
Shot downfield. Zay Flowers again. Zay Flowers inside the 20. He's going to go.
And Lamar does it again. But again, the Steelers would answer right back. And now the Ravens trail by 2 with just 21 seconds left. And on a do-or-die 4th and 7, they asked Lamar to do it one more time.
Season on the line. Jackson lofting it up, and it is.
And after all of Lamar's fourth quarter heroics, the Ravens are now set up perfectly for the game-winning field goal. And Lamar's thinking there's no way they're going to sell me this time, right?
He was celebrating. You see that? That's crazy.
And for the third straight year,
That's
one of Bro's
crazy.
teammates cost him a chance to win a Super Bowl. Lamar should sue the Ravens immediately.
Staying sue the Ravens immediately is hilarious. He was celebrating. He's yo. Oh, my heart burns for you, Lamar. I'm so glad I ain't had no money on. I don't really gamble too much. Like I have my little fun bets here and there, but for people that like have serious money out, like thousands and thousands and thousands or millions of dollars, a game like that, yo, nigga said Einhorn is Finkel. Finkel is Einhorn. Remember, he had to take the shower. But anyway, it's bugged out, man. And That's a whole nother season. Is there going to be a change? I don't think he's leaving. There's talks about the offensive coordinator and the coach, possibly. I haven't heard any rumblings of Lamar leaving, no. But you never know. Look at the coach. The coach is walking the field goal kicker to the locker room with his hand on his hip as if he's protecting him or some shit. Don't get jumped in the hallway or no shit. And what's also incredible, I forgot if it just played in that last clip, but the Steelers, they went down the field, they scored. Aaron Rodgers marched them down. He was in vintage mode as well, picking the defense apart, like I said. And then the extra point they missed, which would have forced the Ravens to not only get in field goal position, but make the field goal and then still push OT. The Steelers missed the extra point to leave the door open for the Ravens to get in field goal range and then not just tie it for OT, but to win. This fucking guy. Imagine what it is to be him right now. The whole city is, no bullshit, no exaggeration. Sports is real serious for many. As people are passionate, people kill you over sports. He's getting death threats. He's getting all of that. Luckily for you football players, you're not as recognizable as basketball players because of the helmets. That's why even Selena Powell said you football players ain't popular enough. Right? But boy, he could walk around. People probably won't recognize him. And he's a rookie. He's a rookie too. Oh my God. Your first year, you blowed up. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. Well, that's how it crumbles for the Ravens season. Who am I going for now? Math is here. I see Math Hoff is in the house. Shout out to Math. Shout out to my guy if he's in the building. Salute to UG. I see a Hoffa here. I see UG because a couple times Math then pulled up and he's dropped like super chats. Obviously, this isn't a super chat. He's probably thinking I'm ass backwards because he's dropped super chats in the past that I missed. And then his free little regular comment I catch, right? So shout out to the chat. Math, what up, boy? What up, boy? We got to do a stream, man. You've been a little quiet lately. All right. What's up with you? You all right? Good to see you, sir. That's my guy. Who's y'all teams now, though? Who are you going for? Being I told you I'm not a team guy. I'm more of a player guy and a story guy. I like the season that Drake is having. Josh has been killing. I'm not pulling for the Eagles. Jalen, you just got one last year. Shout out to you. But I don't know. I gotta see how I feel next weekend, man, because all the teams and storylines I was really pulling for, they're out. It's fucking crazy at this point. So I see you. Go Birds. Whatever. I see y'all. Okay, y'all got it. All right, let's move the fuck on. Let's get into this whole Docheii, Joe Budden, Adin Ross, DJ Academics. Let's get into all of that. So what's some of the backstory, people? How did all of this shit start? Did it start with Docheii being called the industry plant? Is that the origin of it? And chat, keep me honest if I'm missing something, but that's what I remember. And that goes back a little second. The funny thing is, Joe Budden, he's inserted into this whole drama with Adin Ross, and he's already on the record talking about how much he doesn't like Adin Ross. Hell, I'm on the record saying I don't like Adin Ross neither. It is what it is. We're going to get more into how he comes off and what we feel about him, okay? But Joe, when it comes to industry plan stuff and Docheii, you know, they got you. You know, the internet, don't forget, you already played that position, but we're going to get to the more racial side of this in a second.
Ain't nobody heard from Docheii?
Yo. It's about what?
I knew you would say that.
No, I don't know.
Me neither. We can find another topic. Yeah, please. I was just asking y'all.
I don't know. I don't know what the context is.
I don't know either.
Just
what the industry plan shit?
Move right along. Yeah, moving right along.
Okay.
I'm Parks. It ain't tripping me up.
Why you asked that question?
Because I thought it would be a little more obvious than it is, but I guess it's not yet. But it's kind of obvious.
Now, for me, if we want to just finish off this whole industry plant thing before we move on. I don't follow Docheii enough. Y'all could put me on. Do y'all feel like she's an industry plant? How much do y'all even believe in the whole industry plant thing within the music industry, right? I believe that it takes place almost anywhere. You know, it doesn't have to be some over Area 51 type conspiracy level, right? But an industry plant could also be referenced for somebody that isn't supposed to be there talent wise and was just placed there. Sometimes for financial gain, sometimes for information. That's what people start thinking, like authorities or some shit like that. Think about the guy CJ with the big single whoop deal, whatever, right? The fake blood from Staten Island. Oh, sad strike on us, right? But the fake blood comes in here with all of this gang banging and all that. Got called out by real reputable people. Nobody really knew him for that. Nobody really, even from back home, people didn't know him like that. And then he just got exposed piece by piece. Like even from the industry standpoint, he was like placed there by his uncle as far as his opportunities. So we've seen that. Docheii getting called the industry plant. I don't know. She is a much bigger artist than the guy CJ. But it's been a discussion, obviously, already. But she started to hear all those rumblings and she started to actually reply to that stuff. So did she have a song where she was indirectly responding to it and getting at people? This is where, you know, she takes her shots, but she didn't say any names. Now, I don't know how it became more specific about Adin Ross and Docheii, but look at this one here. In May 2025, Adin Ross reacted to a viral clip of Docheii asking for umbrellas to shield her outfit before stepping onto a Met Gala carpet. During a stream, he called her an entitled, unintelligent piece of shit and repeatedly the industry plant accusation. All right. The rapper addressed criticism in her 2025 release, Girl Get Up, featuring SZA. On the track, she raps, all that industry plant shit whack. I see it on the blogs. I see it in the chats. All right. So the Adin Rosses of the world could take that as a sub. You know, if I was talking about it at that time, I could take it as a sub too. But she's getting all this industry plant stuff and she addressed it on a song. Not a big deal. The Adin Ross thing, though, when he does this recent song, and I ain't gonna play it because I don't know how YouTube's gonna react to it, but it's like what him, 6ix9ine, and whoever, they do some stupid ass song. Like I hate when I see some of these streaming guys becoming even that much more lame. Like we got Adam 22 about to box the guy that the porn star that took his wife down, right? You got Adin Ross doing diss songs and shit. Like you guys already have these lame factors to y'all, but hey, do what you do. This is where you get Glasses Malone start to step in, though. LA rapper crashes out on Adin Ross over Docheii comments. A well-known LA rapper Crip affiliate, Glasses Malone, recently hopped into the chat to check Adin Ross. The controversial streamer has been embroiled in an ongoing feud with Docheii for the past several weeks. Following Docheei's rebuttal with Girl Get Up featuring SZA, Ross went on a tirade referring to the rap as stupid, smelly whore. According to Glasses, things have gone way too far and Ross has gone way out of bounds. All right, let's play the clip from Glasses Malone.
Fly, homie. I don't give a fuck what she's saying. I don't give a fuck about what you think is happening. I don't give a fuck if you think that shit dissing you. You're not finna be sitting up there just talking shit about that black woman. On God, bro. And if you keep doing it, I'm gonna start pressing all the niggas around you. I'm not gonna press you because I don't know where you at and I don't know how to get to you. But all the niggas around you, they don't got your money. They don't got none of that shit. Niggas gonna start pressing all the niggas, and I'm gonna make it my business to make Crips start pressing all the niggas around. All the niggas that's black around you. Every nigga that let you get that off. You're not finna sit there and just be talking about that black lady, bro. That's just not gonna fly like that. It's not gonna fly like that. It's one thing, I get what you're saying, but nah, homie. Like I saw you doing that other thing where you telling the nigga not to apologize for using the N-word offending black people. Crip gang, like, I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Not Chuck, not nobody. Not nobody. They gonna all have to get down with what I'm saying with every last one of them. Because I'm gonna make it real hard for everybody because we not no suckers and we not no sellouts. So you keep doing all of that shit, that's gonna be a problem. Stop playing with that lady name. Don't call her out her name. Don't be doing all that shit because you're gonna fuck around and you finna say the wrong thing and it's gonna be a problem.
Well, he may have already said the wrong thing, right? In a lot of people's eyes. First question for the title, is he out of line? Y'all can start to answer that in the chat. Is Glasses Malone out of line here? Is he sticking up for Docheii in the right context? do you guys already feel a racial vibe from this point? Is that purely Glasses Malone's target here? This black woman is under attack by this white guy who happens to be a streamer. Now, when you look at some of his past history, you know, saying that somebody that says the word nigga don't have to apologize and all type of stuff, that's going to come to people's minds when they see you attacking a black woman, or even if you feel like it's mutual. And Adin Ross, he has some of his own responses to all this of why he's doing it, and we'll play some of that as well. But you guys can start to answer. Do you think Glasses Malone is wrong? The whole pressing of people around and whatnot and making it tough on people. I'm not even sure if some of this is also motivated, not just by the history of Adin Ross, not just from people that respect Docheii, not just from the fact that it's a white guy and a black woman. Oh, yeah, it's going to get tougher and tougher, this conversation, people. But also the fact of, you know, the TDE side of stuff. Is this a Adin Ross and Drake? You see what I'm saying? Quick. Yes, those correlations are there. It sounds corny as fuck, but can't ignore them. All right, let's move forward now. You got Joe's response to Glasses Malone talking about niggas finna get pressed.
I do want to say I'm rooting for Glasses Malone to get all the Crips together to beat up homeboy. I am sorry, because I think that's who she was talking to in the song.
Yeah, I didn't know at first.
She was talking to little fuckity fuck.
The more I looked into it, she was directly talking to him.
Oh, no shit.
Because he said some wild shit.
Yeah, he said a bunch of bullshit.
Oh, really? Wild shit. Yeah.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
Yeah,
and then there was some back and forth after she put the song out. And I like Glasses Malone saying what he said, and hopefully he meant it.
I want to throw that ass on me. I'm gonna catch that bitch.
Also, Joe Budden, you're a pussy. Fuck you. Let's link up. You know where I'm at. I got police with me too.
He didn't even go to Gravedigger Mountain when YoungBoy told him to, so you can't even take him.
I ain't gonna lie, Joe Budden. I got police with me, and I'm in your city. What's good? What do you want to do?
I'm gonna be scared when you say that.
Yo.
Can somebody tell Adin Ross that's not how that works? I get it. He's adopting a lot of the hip hop gangster energy that be around him. I guess he's getting infected by some of the auras and the energies around him. But can somebody let Adin Ross know that that's not how that works? It's like a contradiction, buddy. Not like it is. You don't say, yo, Joe Budden, or yo, anybody, let's link up. I'm in your city with the cops with me. It don't go hand in hand. You know, it don't work that way. You don't call somebody a pussy and then say, I got the cops with me. But it shows what the fuck your background is, which is why people literally got to crash out if they want to beef with you on that level, because it's like, we see who and what you are and what you represent. So you're nothing like me. You don't carry yourself like me. You ain't cut nothing like me. So why do I even want to put a finger on you? But not everybody thinks that way, like that. You know, it is what it is. All right, let's keep going, because academics, you know, Adin's one of his guys. It could be streamers sticking up for streamers. You know, I get it. But he gets Adin on the phone, and this is what they talking about.
If it's someone else that says it, and even Glasses Malone said the same thing. He was like, oh, well, Ak is black. So if Ak said it's cool, no, like, it's not that Adin, like, they were making it seem like you're unfairly or you're just randomly attacking.
Well, I just think they've never seen me come out like Wendy Ortiz or Pokimane. Or I say that
they're not gonna
Ak. You have Ak. I say the same words. I called the people I just named dirty bitches before. It's not just I'm only calling Docheii a dirty bitch because he's black. They don't see that clip. You're involved in the streaming world, so you see when I come at all these people. You get it.
I know.
They don't see.
I know.
Yeah.
And
I don't only call the black women dirty bitches. I call the women that are dirty bitches dirty bitches. It's not. I don't look at skin and I don't look at color. I don't look at any of that bullshit because I'm gonna give it a buck, bro. 26, and I believe that like right now we're like this is the truth, bro. Like everybody is so divided, and everybody makes everything about a background or race or religion. It's like everybody's just so separated, and I don't know, bro. It sucks, you know. And it's funny because I can't speak on this because then the Jewish man's talking about this shit. Like, but I get it. So I completely understand where the people are now. What I think is corny, these 50-year-olds threatening with gang members is just so corny to me. Like, it really is corny. These are grown men that are grandfathers.
I didn't like that. And by the way, here's the thing. What I said to Glass, and I said it today. I said, listen,
You know, you guys miss an opportunity to bridge some. Again, I agree with Adin responding and defending himself, because a lot of times when they get mad at me, they're like, well, why did you say this to so-and-so? When somebody goes 5%, I go 500%. They never see the 5%. They're like, well, why did you go 5? So I agree and I defend you for defending yourself. But here's the thing. Everything you're telling me, what I know, which is, you kind of use the same language for all races. They're not gonna use that. Nuance won't be really brought into. The only thing I would say to you is that, and this is the only part that you have to be cognizant about. There are sensitive groups that would think about, like, they're just sensitive of that. Like, black people are sensitive.
Let me ask you a question. If the glasses guy and Joe Budden's, why don't they, if they really love Docheii for being a black woman, why don't they go stream her music? Why don't they go support her? Why don't they go to her shows? They don't give a fuck. They're using this as a moment to clout chase off it, to create other moments and to create clips. It's the truth. It's the truth. If they really gave a fuck, then how come they're not consistent with what they do, what they speak about, and what they preach?
Yeah, yes, he's. Hold on. How old is this guy? He's a fucking idiot. How old is Adin Ross? He's 25 years old. I'm not saying that all 25-year-olds are stupid, but it gives me a little bit of a understanding of somebody's ignorance. And I got more footage we need to play of Adin Ross, but let me just answer that piece right there. I wasn't ready for that. Why don't you just go prove how much you're really willing to stick up for Docheii, that you really care, and that you're not just clout chasing for internet clicks or a video or a title of me? You're trying to use me because I'm a big deal. How come I don't see you at her shows? Or how come I don't see you supporting or promoting her music? That's not how this works, buddy. People have cultural triggers. People have character-based triggers. People have moral-based triggers. I don't have to walk around right now talking about Beyonce every day for something to happen with her that I feel is wrong from a cultural or a national or maybe even a global standpoint, because the ripple effect from some of these celebrities goes out and it influences the masses. It influences society. I could see something happen to somebody of influence that I have never talked about on the podcast and then want to weigh in because it triggers me, not just for maybe my feelings directly towards it, but how much I might feel that somebody else might be affected, whether it's my loved ones or whether it's the people around me. I talk a lot about that. Y'all hear me say that. I say my kids got to go out there. Okay, we know certain elections, certain climates, OJ verdict comes down. There's certain time it could be the riots in LA. There's certain things that happen where you understand the environment, society, the ripple effect, the influence, the vibe of things. What's the joke that Martin did on his stand-up show after the OJ was it the OJ verdict? No, it was the Rodney King shit. He said after the Rodney King verdict, he's in traffic and he puts down his window and he says to a white guy, "Excuse me, can I get over?" And that day, everybody's all overly courteous because they understand that these black motherfuckers just took a loss and they might be off the cliff right now. Sure, you can get over. Sure, you can get over. That it's truth in the jest. We live in what we call a fucking society. But when you're either stupid, ignorant, 25 years old, and not worldly, not experienced, you ask stupid questions like that. You make it individualized to Docheii. But some of these situations are so much bigger than Docheii, because you want to know what? I can't name 5 of her fucking songs, but I have a concern about this because of the influence of this topic, Joe Budden, Adin Ross, and DJ Academics. Does that answer your fucking question? Is that logical? Does that make sense? Speak to people that can formulate it for you, maybe. The aura of Adin Ross to a big piece of the general public. All right. Let's get now into this possible racist tone. All right. This is what was just referenced about the whole "you don't need to apologize" thing, right?
in an emotional response. I said, all y'all blanks, and it's a fucking mistake.
No, dude, don't apologize. Ricky, you're going backwards. Dude, there's nothing wrong with saying that. If you're saying it in a non-racist way with your friends and you're not doing it on stream and they're okay with you doing that, no, it's not about shut up, Aiden. I don't care, bro. I'm being real with you.
You're
guys.
not doing it on
I
stream.
said this word in an emotional response. I said, all y'all.
I didn't remember that's what he said. I didn't remember that. Damn, this just got worse for you, buddy. I don't want to put words on you, but did you just pretty much say it's okay to say racial slurs as long as you're not on stream? Did I hear that correctly? You're already in the hot seat for telling this guy not to reply. I mean, not to apologize for something like that. But did you say it's okay as long as you're around certain people? And this is a thing too for the Aidens of the world to learn as well, because you got one even in some of these videos sitting next to you while you're dissing people like Joe Budden, driving around talking about got the cars with me, yada yada yada. This is when people start to look around you and they say, "That's the token black guy," right? It happens in modern day society. Charlie Kirk was against it, right? Certain people of certain cultures and backgrounds getting hired to maybe fill certain stats to balance equality, maybe. You got certain people that's very much against that. They don't want reparations. They don't want equality. If it just comes down to the pure talent, they don't want to put certain people in certain places to give off an opportunity, right? These are the type of things that cultivate the environment and the vibe around some of the shit that your 25-year-old ass is spewing. And saying something like that with the type of platform that you have, like as long as you're around people that are okay, that's where, once again, the token black shit comes in. But some people are against it. Some people will say a token black. No, we're not for that. It's either you culturally responsible, you uphold your race, you uphold your nationality, or get the fuck on. I don't give a fuck about the opportunity sitting next to this millionaire, right? So the guy next to you, he's looking very tokenish, and you probably don't care, or even worse, you might know that. You might know that because having a it's like the white guy that says, "I'm not nigga, me racist? How could I be racist? I have a friend that's black." And how do we always look at that person when they say that shit? We always be like, "You thought that was gonna work, didn't you?" What do you mean? Tyrone from the job? He and I are real close. So looking at you like, you don't get it, or you're dumb, or you're trying to lie in my face right now. Shut the fuck up. But dude, that's sitting around next to him, you're looking like a token, whether you know it or not. But let's stay on the racial vibes and situations around Aiden. Now before I go to this one, I want to go to the Puka Nakua one. Shout out to the Rams, man. Y'all doing y'all thing. Y'all killing.
So this all started on Tuesday when Puka joined a live stream with controversial streamers Adin Ross and Neon. Aiden, who's Jewish but has a history of edgy content, suggested a new touchdown celebration for Puka. The dance involves spinning the ball, flexing, and then rubbing hands together while looking at the camera.
Go the ball, spin it, flex, then look and go like this. All right. Yes! Yes! Just like a bow. Yes, just like this. All right, so do it all one.
Yo.
Spin it. Flex.
Dude!
Yes!
In the camera.
Does that? We got you do it?
Yeah. Bro.
That's easy. All right, so let's do it together. Ready? Spin. Flex. Oh my God. You promised.
I promise. I got you.
Fans of Aiden call this his iconic Jewish dance, but it's widely recognized as an anti-Semitic stereotype portraying Jewish people as greedy or money-obsessed. It's tied to old harmful tropes like the happy merchant meme. Anyways, Puka went along with it, practiced the move on stream, and even promised he'd do it if he scored in the upcoming game. He seemed very excited, saying it'd be fun for the streamers. The clip went viral almost immediately, and the backlash poured in. Critics called it insensitive, especially with the rising anti-Semitism globally. Some even referenced recent attacks. And politicians like Eric Swalwell slammed it hard on X, saying Puka should apologize or face consequences. And this was Rich Eisen's response to Puka following the backlash.
He's 24 years old. I've had nothing but the most awesome interactions with him. I root for him. My God, do I root for him. So I will also offer these 2 cents, if I may. Puka, do not do that touchdown celebration that these guys were.
Really? Now, Adin Ross is Jewish, right? Why would you want Puka to do that shit? Let me show you how there's no bounds with this fucking 25-year-old goofball, dickhead ass person as a human being, what he continues to show. It's one thing where you're telling people they don't need to apologize for saying the word nigga. You calling people dirty bitches, whatever. We're gonna open up that can of worms shortly. But you're willing to disrespect your own background as a Jewish man. What you're telling Puka to do, unbeknownst to his own knowledge of what that even means, right? You got this national football superstar, arguably the best wide receiver in the league. Some people's going to give him MVP votes. And you damn near tarnish his reputation by doing shit like that. And it's a spiteful thing. It's a disgusting racial slur towards Jewish people, and you're Jewish. That shows that you have no fucking bounds. You will hang your own people out there. And when you say people clout chase for you, for clicks, you think Joe Budden and these people you're saying will clout chase because they're not standing up for Docheii? Is it not clout chasing to be a Jewish man and have a person who is Samoan, Hawaii? He's like Samoan Hawaiian or something like that, right? Puka Nacua. Have him doing a racial gesture against your own people. Who's the clout chaser? Who's the clout chaser? You know who's the next clout chaser, right? Me, right now. Once again, we're identifying people that own no mirrors in the house. They don't own any straight vampires, B. They're not able to look in these bitches. All right, let's get back to the disrespect towards what people are starting to theme black women for him now.
Oh, dude, don't get me started on that bitch. Hey, don't get me started on that bitch. Fuck Docheii. What an entitled, unintelligent piece of shit she is, bro. Okay, I mean, I get to make $200K more than your entire family in one little deposition sit down, and just like this, a snap of fingers. So I'm happy. And keep dick sucking Megan. That's lying about the wound. She's not gonna show. She won't show the wound for a reason. She's not gonna show it for a reason, and that's why. All right. Good boy to you. I did fuck Sexy Red.
Okay.
Piss you off, like, bro. I saw Cardi B, like a 30-year-old grown-ass woman, bro, with like 3 children, fucking twerking. Like, bro, that is disgusting.
And to all my HBCU brothers and sisters. Hello to all my Divine Nine brothers and sisters.
You are not black. You're not black. Stop talking. You're not.
Hanging from the poplar trees. From the poplar trees.
Adin, I don't know if you realize, dude.
About the wound. She's not the.
You give off, let's just say it now. Let's just be crystal clear. You give off racist vibes. Now we start to have some of the tougher conversation. In today's society, it's not just racial vibes from somebody that is face front, fuck you blackie, or fuck you whitey, or fuck you Spanish. It's not just that. You also have the ignorant youth that is not connected at all with our history or our past. They're more connected with this new gen streaming shit. They barely know what's right and what's wrong. They justify everything. They have no sense of history. They disrespect their own nationalities and backgrounds and cultures, as we see. And in the midst of this, sometimes you could just be indirectly and sometimes accidentally racist, right? I don't even know if everybody that does it understands what they're doing. So let's use the example of dirty bitch. Okay. Let's start by asking this. Black women in the chat today. I'm going to bring these answers up on screen. Black men too. Fuck it. Why not? Black men and black women in the chat. Do you feel like it hits different if a white man calls a black woman a dirty bitch versus a black man calling a black woman a dirty bitch? Go in the chat. Does it hit different? For the fellas, if your girl comes home and a black man called your woman a dirty bitch, what's some of the thoughts? If a white man, she says this white guy, her job called her a dirty bitch, what's some of the thoughts? And ladies, give your own shit. Major, good to see you. Shout out to the members. He says, yes, it hits different. Twan, our member, says, it always hits different. Don Bean, our member, says, sure it does. Tyson Garcia says, it's bad either way, makes no difference. I beg to differ about makes no difference, but I'm glad that you still are saying it's bad either way. I agree with you. Yes, for it hits different. Nikita, our members here, says, it sounds different with delivery, black or white. Delivery and tone could matter. Yes, Nikita, I'm with you there. That one girl, Melly, says, it's bad either way. Seeing another one of those. Good to see. Wrong both ways, but way different when a white dude does it. Okay. Clifton says, it depends on the person. Both are bad, but one could be worse. Okay. We have one here that says, it definitely hits different. I'll take this last one from Supreme, our member and our mod. Says, white men have no place in saying it. It is different. It's like family fighting. Okay. I'm going to give you an opinion, of course. This is just ARP's own take. But you might be able to walk away with this with fact, because it's not just of my own. Like, you can go research this yourself. Okay. To the Adin Rosses of the world, if you don't know this, then take this as an opportunity to learn something new. Calling a black person dirty, period, carries racial tones. Let me say that again. A white person, a white woman, a white man calling a black woman, a black man dirty carries racial tones, whether you meant that or not. But in today's society, we have to know, even if we don't mean that, still what those words or those slurs can carry. We don't want to walk around purposefully ignorant. We want to be as knowledgeable as possible. There's times where I may have said something and offended people and didn't know I was offending them. And if you teach me, you can't say, for example, Oriental anymore. I had to learn that. Because I thought Asians would call themselves Oriental. Go look it up, or ask somebody that's Asian. Like, what happened to that word? If you're an 80 baby like me, what happened to the word? Poof, it's offensive. Can't really. I had to learn that though. Dirty coincide, like, call somebody a dirty bitch, or dirty from a white man to a black person. The historic context of it is, one, our skin color. Okay. You got kids that were taught by older white, this is historic. Why are they that color? Because they're dirty. Right. Then you have slavery and us being in the fields and working and slaving and picking cotton and coming home dirty all the time. Right. You have one of the biggest carrying of the word dirty and how it applied to us racially, which is segregation. Some of that was like even used to continue to push policies of put them in different schools, put them in on different water fountains, put them in different sections of the bus. Don't let them vote. Let them don't sit at the same tables. Don't eat with the same cooking ware and all this type of shit, because we're looked at as dirty. Here's another one that almost parallels with dirty historically. You can't call a black person an animal. I mean, unless you're either not paying attention, you don't care, you're purposely trying. There's certain words that carry racial tones, whether you know it or not. So when a black man steps in, especially with the history that Adin Ross has, and takes that type of position, we're not supposed to think that it's just clout chasing. There's triggers. It's not about, and I'm referencing myself, it's not just about, how come you never supported Docheii before? It's a black man or a black woman or black people being triggered. And guess what, people? We're not the only ones that need to be sensitive to racial slurs. Every race has triggering words. Every. I have a lot of Italian friends, right? I'm knowledgeable enough, smart enough to know the same way it carries a different context for a white man calling a black woman a dirty bitch. I know it carries a different context if I call my black best friend a greaseball versus calling an Italian man a greaseball. It hits different. It hits different. And this is something that Adin, hopefully you know. Well, actually, it'd be worse if you didn't know, because then it's like purposeful racism. You know what I'm saying? Dirty bitch, dirty period. I pulled up some other ones too in the background. I wanted to have some fun with it for the chat, just to make sure that if anybody didn't understand my own personal take of how I have been taught over the years, I wanted to drive it home. Here it is right here. Here's some more for black people. So I said animal, right? Animal is here. Thug is here. It hits different. Why? Because we have stereotypes. Okay. You have a lot of people that don't understand black culture that might see us sag our jeans and say, you're a thug. It's like, nah, like there are people literally that do it for fashion. They want to show off their crop top or their boxers or their wallet chain. Well, whatever. You know, I've sagged my jeans when I was younger too. Yeah, I don't do that shit no more, but I was never a thug. I was never walking around trying to be thug life when I was sagging my jeans, right? Ghetto is another one. Ghetto is another one. The context, the tone, the person that says it, it can carry racial tones. Animal, dirty, thug, ghetto. These are ones you have to be careful of. I got other races up here too, so you guys don't think that this is just about a black thing. Latino, Hispanic, calling them illegal, calling them invaders, calling them diseased. These are racial words. These are racial tones that you really shouldn't say if you're outside of their. I really don't want to pull an Adin Ross like what he says. I don't want to make a wrong or right either way. But you're not really getting away with this if you're outside of the culture and somebody feels offended. Asians, foreign. I can't make this shit up. This is history, people. Thank you, Sean. Nappy-headed. Great fucking example. Anybody see the Chris Rock documentary on hair? You just made me veer off. Good job, fucking Sean. Good fucking job. Anybody see the Chris Rock documentary on hair and weaves and all that type of stuff? You know, historically, you have a lot of people that live through these stereotypes and getting into the work world and the job force, women, black women. And even to this day, certain people in the industry feel this pressure that type of hair, straight, long hair, is what's preferred, is what's accepted. The afro, especially on a woman, unless you're Lauryn Hill, the nappy, the over curly, the naughty is not preferred. It's not looked at well. All right. So you call somebody nappy headed. It's racial. It's offensive. It's fucking offensive. But the word foreign, let's go back to Asian. Does Jackie Chan have a movie called The Foreigner? Let me make sure I get that right. Somebody, wait, RP, you fucked up. Jackie Chan, yes, he does. 2017. I want to make sure my references are on point. Yes, he does. Wait. Jackie Chan Foreigner. What is it about? Let me pull up the about real quick. Kwan is a humble London businessman whose long buried past erupts in a revenge-fueled vendetta when the only person left for him to love, his teenage daughter, dies in a senseless act of politically motivated terrorism. His relentless search to find the terror. If I remember correctly, the whole foreigner thing is because he was looked at as so different. He had this killer instinct and all this training, you know. He was able to just get at people and shit. But that's where that foreigner shit applies. But it's a double because what is his background? What is Jackie Chan's nationality? Right. So calling an Asian a foreigner in a world where you think that word is just meaningless, or not, it's just regular just another word out the dictionary. No, you can't say that for animal or ghetto or nappy head or greasy or foreigner or illegal. No, don't be ignorant, Aiden. Learn something if you didn't know. Don't be ignorant. It's literally ignorant to think that no black people are offended by you calling a black woman a dirty bitch. It's ignorant not to understand. You just, if you didn't mean that, then that's fine. You can go on the record and call a bunch of white women dirty bitches too if you want, but understand that somebody's going to be triggered when you call a black woman that shit. It's ignorant not to know that. If you're streaming and then you double down on this shit, it's literally by definition ignorant not to know this shit. It's irresponsible too. Here's one that I didn't know, calling Asian people robotic. I didn't know that. Jewish people greedy, globalists. Oh, this one's definitely calling an Arab person a terrorist. Remember how racist the whole country was after 9/11? Y'all acted like y'all wanted to tear up, and I'm about to purposefully use a stereotype. Y'all wanted to tear up 7-Elevens and shit like that, right? It's a racist vibe that was set in the country behind 9/11. Jokes about it as well. Who joked about it? What black comedian? Was it Martin? About him sitting on a plane and then an Arab, somebody with a turban gets on the plane with him and he's ready to, don't start nothing, won't be nothing, right? It's racist. It's done in jest. It's comedy. Comedians are supposed to be the only people that have a pass to say almost anything, right? And that's not true today. Only Dave Chappelle has it. But it's funny, but it's a racial indication. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if there's any more that I really need to do. I didn't barbaric for Arab. I didn't know that. Or Arab. Indigenous folks calling them savage. I didn't know that. But I'm willing to learn is the fucking point. Aiden, if you want to jump around with your platform, and I get it. Aiden, obviously, you know what he gives off? He gives off insulated. You know what I mean when I say insulated, people? So insulated that his popularity, his platform, and his money shut off right from wrong. You're not the only person with money, Aiden. A lot of people got money. They just don't carry it like that. Some people do. You know what I'm saying? He comes off very, very insulated. Like he can do no wrong. You don't have to apologize for saying the word nigga. I'm going to justify calling Docheii, this black woman, a dirty bitch because I call anybody dirty or whatever. Joe Budden, pull up, pussy. I'm in your city, but I got the cops with me. It's all this from this fucking guy. Those are traits. You calling people pussy, but those are all traits of an ignorant, disrespectful, over entitled pussy. Those are the traits that he exhibits. All right. And I know we're doing a podcast right now, and somebody out there would say, I'm clout chasing, I'm using Aiden for a topic. But if you guys know me, you know that I do every once in a while, I do put a little bit of passion in my topics. And I can care less whether it does 100 views or 1 million views if I'm passionate about it. There's entertainment moments for me, like we'll start off joking about Hassan Campbell maybe or Lamar Jackson. This Adin Ross thing to me is more personalized. Like I don't need the clout chase. I love being that person. I love being the guy that has the fuck you money, meaning that I don't got to put up with none of y'all niggas bullshit. These bills are going to get paid. I'm good. I love being in that position because then you can't turn around and say, oh, you're just trying to get some clicks or trying to make some money. If you do your research on me, I may not have 1 billion like you act like you have, but I don't want to say no numbers. I'm okay. I just really, really mean what I'm saying about this racist vibe that you give off and these ignorant slurs that you're saying, and you're acting like people aren't supposed to feel away. And if you don't understand why people feel away, if you watch videos like this, you learn historically why. Or you could shut videos like this off and just say, fuck him too, and never learn nothing. And then go out there, call an Arab person a terrorist, call a black person a thug or ghetto or nappy-headed dirty person, call an Italian person a greaseball, and so forth and so on. Go ahead, do your thing, and then sit behind all your security guards and say, nanny, 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 I don't give a fuck. All y'all are pussy. You can't touch me. You guys are clout chasers. Have fun. That's just the type of man that you are. All right. Once again, shout out to the guy Math. Yeah, we gotta schedule something, man. We gotta put something on the record, man. I have Math come. If Math comes up, man, what should we talk about first and foremost? Should we talk about his return to battle rap? Should we talk about MEO? Should we talk about why he's starting this year quiet? He's pissing me off, man. He's got such a big platform, man. Get out there and give me the content that I need. There's a lot of things I could talk to the homie about. So shout out to Math. Melly with a gift on the channel. Thank you, Melly. Appreciate you, love. She sent out a membership around 7:34, about 45 minutes ago. Okay. Don Beam once again with the Peace ARP and the green team, the whole chat. Hope everybody is good. Likewise, my guy. Appreciate you. This was earlier from Nikita. ARP, good evening, everyone, and prayers up. Likewise to you, love. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Hit that like button. It's free, y'all. But be careful on today's stream. If we say that now, we're clout chasing. We chase it, people. We chase it. Jay with the bricks and all that. Shout out. I like the number 2 to 6. Look at Jay's picture, y'all. Let me try to help you fellas out. Now, I know a default picture doesn't always tell the tale on the internet. All right. Some of y'all get catfished and all types of shit. But look how beautiful this default picture is. Y'all fellas go shoot y'all shot, man. I better hop in that girl DM. Nikita, too. You see Nikita out here. Oh, okay. What kind of car is that in the background? She's flying. There you go, people. All right. She might have the nice crib and the cars and all that. You know what I'm saying? Take care of you. Get on her Clarissa. Now, let me stop. As I'm joking, Pap. I'm joking. It's 50s jokes. It's jokes. Shout out to Pap. This is a Pap supportive zone. Okay. I left the rest of that topic alone today, too, because I didn't like how 50 Cent got it kicked up of her defending her looks. Like, that's literally what she did. He posted that old school picture of her, and then she posted a more updated picture of her to show that I'm not ugly. It's like she fed into it a little bit, you know? So Clarissa is beautiful. Okay. She's a successful, beautiful champion woman. You know what I'm saying? But I don't ever want to sell that. I'm joking if I ever say some shit like that. I don't promote men living off of women. Okay. I promote partnerships. I always believe that behind every strong, rich, powerful, successful man, there's probably a good or strong or supportive woman. And if you take 2 of them motherfuckers and put them in the same house, you might end up with a Jay-Z and Beyonce, which to me is the first time I've ever heard of a couple who are individually on their own both billionaires. I don't know who else has done. I've never heard of that before until recently. Incredible. So that's what I preach. Okay. Don't take my jokes the wrong way, people. I'm joking. Jay with the hearts. I have. Jay's given me gifts. I brought some of them up on the stream before. She's given me some custom RBE paintings. She's talented too. I appreciate that. Now I can co-sign that you're more than your default, but not everybody's seen you in person, so I was just trying to help the guys out. Oh shit! And don't forget that Melly changed her default on y'all too. Me? Nah, I'm cool. I ain't gonna say it. No, I'm not. No, shout out to her. Not at all. She's in a relationship, man. What's wrong with y'all? I'm getting out of here before I get in trouble. Y'all have a good night.
Don't confuse silence with work ethic. I'm a boss making decisions, my first fetish. The verse cherished is perfect, that's a reverse blemish. I dropped it, connected the block, learn Tetris.
This is the Sorry Street Podcast. Welcome to the house of. And shout out to the members.
Without, I think still got a gun.